Hello, you future engineers. This video is for you. Another session that we offer our campus visitors when they come for a tour is an engineering information session to help those future chargers who plan on majoring in an engineering discipline learn what they can expect at UAH. This session goes into curriculum for a typical first-year engineering student, academic flowcharts detailing courses that you will take through the duration of your degree, and even simplified course descriptions so you can understand what you'll be learning. And today, we're going to talk about your first year as a UAH engineering student, the AP and IB scores that we accept and the UAH course equivalents, and some frequently asked questions that our engineering advisors get. If you would like a copy of the engineering information packet that we give our visitors, please reach out to your admissions counselor or an engineering advisor and we'd be happy to get that to you. Without further ado, let's get started. Here, you can see a detailed breakdown of the typical first year course load for an engineering student at UAH. On the left of the document, you'll see that the fall typical course load is going to include Calculus A, General Chemistry 1, Engineering 101, College Writing 1, and 1 to 2 elective classes in the fields of History, Behavioral Sciences, Fine Arts, or the Humanities. In the spring, the typical course load will include Calculus B, General Physics 1, College Writing 2, and an elective class. In addition to those classes, you'll also be taking a Charger Success course, which introduces students to the department and also the different fields of engineering. Chemical engineering students will also, at some point, take General Chemistry 2 during their first year. Always keep in mind though that math, science, and English placement can vary by student based on things like your ACT and SAT score, or dual enrollment credit, or even AP and IB scores. And while this is the typical first year course load for an engineering student at UAH, everyone's is going to be a little bit different. But this curriculum is designed specifically to help those students who have already decided on an engineering major confirm their decision, and to also help those students who know they want to be an engineer but don't know what kind, decide on a major. Now here, you can see our AP scores chart. From left to right, the chart reads the title of the AP test that you'll be taking, then what you have to score on the test to receive credit at UAH. Next, the number of credit hours that AP credit is going to be worth, then the UAH course equivalent, and finally the title of the class that you'll be receiving credit for. You can find all of this information on the admissions and aid portion of our website. Now this here is our IB scores chart. It looks very similar to the AP scores chart, except now it tells you what you have to get on the IB exam to receive credit at UAH. Make sure if you're taking any AP or IB tests that you are submitting those scores to the registrar's office, and they will make sure that it is noted on your academic transcripts so that our engineering advisors know what your course placement will be. And now for some frequently asked questions, starting with a big one. Do UAH students participate in co-ops and internships while in school? And the answer is yes, of course. A significant portion of UAH students are actually working in degree-related jobs while in school. Our Career Services Office is a brilliant resource to use if you need some help finding those opportunities. Also, students can attend a career fair every fall and spring semester hosted by the Career Services Office to speak with various companies from around Huntsville and the nation about some potential co-op and internship opportunities. Question 2. Do engineering students have the opportunity to study abroad? And yes, they do. Most of the opportunities are individualized to each student. They begin with asking the student where they prefer to study, and from there, they will look to see what international institutions they can work with and the courses they offer that will satisfy UAH degree requirements. So alas, if you want to study abroad, that opportunity is certainly open to you. Next question, what do engineering students typically minor in? To be frank, typically engineering students don't minor in anything because it's not a requirement to graduate. And also, engineering students must fulfill anywhere from 124 to 103 degree hours to graduate, which leaves very few hours to pursue a minor. However, if a student has a specific area they would like to minor in, our engineering advisors will work with the students to discuss how they can accomplish it. And the final question is, what are some student organizations that are specific to the College of Engineering? Now bear with me, I might need my notes for this one, and honestly, I might need some water. Okay.
American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics, American Institute of Chemical Engineers, American Society of Civil Engineers, American Society of Mechanical Engineers, Association for Computing Machinery, Association of Unmanned Vehicle Systems, International Pathfinder Students Chapter, Cybersecurity Club, Electric Vehicle Club, Engineers Without Borders, Everyday Engineering, Automation and Animatronics, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, Joy of Thinking, National Organization for the Professional Advancement of Black Chemists and Chemical Engineers, National Society of Black Engineers, Optical Society of America, UAH Student Chapter, Propulsion Research Center Student Association, Society of Asian Scientists and Engineers, Society of Optics Students, Society of Women Engineers, Space Hardware Club,
and Tau Beta Pi. You get the idea? There are plenty of organizations for our engineering students to get involved in that will enrich their academic experience, as well as dozens of labs that students may have the opportunity to get involved with to get some background in research. And that's all we have for the engineering information session. For even more information, you can always visit our website, contact your admissions counselor for an engineering information packet, or contact an engineering advisor. Stay tuned for so many more resources coming to you really soon. Deuces!